Welcome to my video lecture. I am Dr. A. Velmurugan, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government College of Engineering, Chettikari, Dharmaburi. In this video lecture from upcoming semester Thermal Engineering 2, Unit 3 Steam Boiler. Previously, we have discussed about the steam nozzle, steam turbines. From that steam turbine, from Module 1, Introduction of the Steam Turbine, Module 2, Compounding of the Steam Turbine, Module 3, Impulse Steam Turbine. From Module 4, we have discussed about the reaction turbine. From this reaction turbine, the turbine in which steam pressure decreases gradually while expanding through the moving blade as well as the flexed blade is known as reaction turbine. It consists of a large number of stages, each stage consisting of set of fixed and moving blades. The heat drop takes place throughout in both fixed and moving blades. No nozzles are provided in a reaction turbine. The fixed blades act both as nozzle in which velocity of the steam increases and direct the steam to enter the ring of moving blades. A pressure drop takes place both in the fixed and moving blades. All the blades are nozzle shaped. The steam expands while flowing over the moving blades and thus gives the reaction to the moving blades. Hence, the turbine is called a reaction turbine. The fixed blades are attached to the casing, whereas the moving blades are fixed with the rotor. It is also called Poisson's reaction turbine or 50% degree of reaction turbine. From this reaction and impulse turbine, the steam is glides over the blade surface. Net force is extracted from the blade surface. From this impulse turbine, there is no pressure drop in the blade passage area. But in this reaction turbine, the pressure drop is in the blade passage area. Due to the pressure drop, additional force acting on the blade passage. There is a two condition. First condition is blade has two types of forces. One is a change in momentum and impulse force and reaction pressure drop. From the figure we have discussed about the reaction turbine. From this reaction turbine there is no any nozzle. Already I told about there is no nozzle. From this section, from this longitudinal section, from the upper portion of this steam nozzle is the boiler. Steam is entered to the fixed blade, moving blade, fixed blade, moving blade, fixed blade, moving blade, fixed blade, moving blade. From that previously, from that impulse turbine, the pressure drop will be happen on the nozzle itself, but in that Curtis turbine and Rative turbine, the pressure drop will be happen on the fixed moving blade. That from this reaction turbine, the boiler pressure from this impulse turbine, the pressure is constant in the moving blade, but in the moving blade from the reaction turbine, there is a pressure changes from this lower section of this boiler. That is a boiler pressure. The high velocity steam is entered to the fixed blade. The pressure drop will be happen. After it goes to the moving, that is a fixed blade. The pressure drop will be happen. After it, the steam is going to the moving blade. Again, the pressure drop will be happen. After the steam is going to the fixed blade, the pressure drop will be happen. There is no any changes from this reaction turbine. The pressure drop will be changes in the reaction turbine, but in the impulse turbine there is no any pressure drop changes in the blade section. But in this enthalpy from the reaction turbine, from the enthalpy is constant from that reaction from the impulse turbine, the enthalpy is constant in the moving blade, but in the reaction turbine the enthalpy is not constant, it is decreases from the moving blade. From that relative velocity is from the impulse turbine is constant from the moving blade, but in that reaction turbine the relative velocity is not constant in the moving blade. But in that impulse turbine, the relative velocity of the inlet triangle to outlet triangle, the relative velocities, there is no any friction. That is, there is no any friction. K suffix b is equal to 1. But in that reaction turbine, that is from the outlet triangle of the relative velocity is greater than the relative velocity of the inlet triangle. But in the reaction turbine, here the blade is acting on the nozzle shape. From here we have to see the section from the steam in to steam out. From the blade is acting on the nozzle shape. The blade also is for the nozzle shape. but in that initial steam is entered to the velocity from that fixed blade, the velocity will be increasing, but in that again the steam is going to the moving blade, the velocity will be decreases. Again the steam is going to the fixed blade, the velocity will be increases. Again the steam is goes to the moving blade, the velocity will be decreases. Again the steam is going to the fixed blade, the velocity will be increases. From that moving blade, the velocity will be decreases. Simultaneously it will be happen on the last of the velocity, that the boiler pressure from that lower section, the boiler pressure is drastically reduced. From that fixed blade, the pressure drop will be happen. Moving blade also the pressure drop will happen. The finally it goes to the condenser pressure 0.01 bar. From that last of velocity is happening from the graphical representation is denoted from the fixed blade and moving blade. Next slide we have discussed about the fixed blade. Already I told about it from the fixed blade and moving blade. From this section there is a pressure drop from the fixed blade, that is a pressure drop P1 to P2. Again from the moving blade there is a pressure drop from P2 to P3, and also I told about the enthalpy drop in the fixed blade and the moving blade, that is a dH1 dH2. Already I told about it from the relative velocity of the outlet triangle is greater than to the outlet, that is inlet velocity of the relative triangle. From the isentropy expansion of the reaction turbine, from that enthalpy with entropy, from that enthalpy will be decreases, that is from that enthalpy will be increasing from the relative velocity of the pressure P3. Next, very important from the Parsons turbine, that is a degree of reaction in the steam reaction turbine is a very important from the reaction turbine. From this degree of reaction is defined as the enthalpy drop in the moving blade divided by enthalpy drop in the stage. From this moving blade there is a 50% from the enthalpy drop in the nozzle section and 50% enthalpy drop in the moving blade. Finally we get the del H stage, that is finally from the reaction turbine 50% from the pressure drop in the nozzle section and 50% pressure drop in the enthalpy section from that moving blade section. The degree of reaction is defined as the enthalpy drop in the moving blades and are divided by enthalpy drop in the stage. From that reaction degree of reaction from that enthalpy drop is del H moving blade divided by enthalpy drop in the stage, that is a del H fixed blade plus del H moving blade. Finally we get R is equal to del H moving blade divided by del H stage, that is del H stage is 50% from the nozzle section and 50% from the moving blade section. That is a fixed blade means that is a nozzle is, that is a 50% from the nozzle section del H stage. Finally we get if the degree of reaction R equal to 0, that is a pure impulse turbine from the moving blade, that is the degree of reaction is 0 means that pure impulse turbine del H from the moving blade equal to 0. From the del H fixed blade equal to 0, the degree of reaction is R equal to 1, that is a pure reaction turbine, that 100% turbine, and also we have to give the name as a Hero's turbine. Finally we get del H moving blade is equal to del H fixed blade is equal to del H stage by 2. We get already I told about the 50% pressure drop in the moving blade and a 50% from the fixed blade. So finally we get R is equal to 0.5. That is we have to tell about the name as a 50% reaction turbine or Parsons turbine. Next slide we have discussed about the combined velocity triangle. Already I told about the combined velocity triangle in the impulse turbine. Generally that is a U is the blade velocity is common to all the cases from the section of A to B. From that inlet velocity triangle, that is absolute velocity V1 from the angle of alpha 1, and also there is a relative velocity and the blade angle is B1 beta 1 and the relative velocity is VR. This section is a inlet velocity triangle and is combined with, if you find out the measure the easily we find out the output means we have to combine the inlet triangle and outlet triangle. From that outlet triangle from that reaction turbine 50% reaction turbine is common to the impulse turbine and reaction turbine. From that outlet triangle, that is a relative velocity is VR2 from the angle of blade outlet angle VR2, blade outlet angle beta 2 is relative velocity. From that absolute velocity of the outlet triangle is V2 from the angle of alpha 2. From that axial velocity of VA2 and VA1 is from that axial thrust. From that we have to rotate the high velocity steam is to rotate the blade with the help of this axial thrust is forming on the VA1 and VA2. From the section of A2 is a viral component that is a tangentially and trigonometrically we should find out the V1 cos alpha 1. From that section A to F outlet triangle from the viral component V2 cos alpha 2. For the 50% reaction turbine, that is absolute velocity is equal to outlet of the relative velocity VR2. From that absolute velocity, that is from the absolute velocity of the outlet triangle is equal to relative velocity of the inlet triangle VR1. From that inlet angle, from that velocity from the inlet angle from that alpha 1 is equal to the blade outlet angle. From that outlet that is from the inlet outlet angle, that is outlet angle is alpha 2 is equal to inlet blade angle from this beta 1. Finally we get delta VW is equal to V1 cos alpha 1, that is a viral component, V trigonometrically that is a tangentially VW1. From that VW2 V2 cos alpha 2. Finally we get VW1 plus VW2. Again we have to write the expression delta VW is equal to V1 cos alpha 1 plus V2 is, we have to replace the V2 is from VR2 cos beta 2 is replaced from alpha 1 minus blade velocity, that is a from inlet to outlet there is a friction will be happen, that is a V suffix B. Finally we get therefore V2 is equal to cos alpha 2 is equal to VR2 cos beta 2 minus VB equal to VW2. Finally we get delta VW is equal to V1 cos alpha 1 plus V1 cos alpha 1 minus VB. We get 2 cos alpha 1, delta V is equal to 2V1 cos alpha 1 minus VB. Finally we have to find out the work done from the reaction turbine is equal to delta VW into VB per kg of steam from the flow rate. Finally work done is equal to 2V1 cos alpha 1 minus VB into VB. Next slide we have discussed about the previously I told about the impulse turbine. We should find out the power output or work done or blade efficiency or stage efficiency. The work done per kg of steam is U into VW1 plus VW2 Newton meter. The work done per kg of steam per second in the stage per pair. M mass flow rate M into U into VW1 plus VW2 into Newton, unit is Newton meter per second, where M is equal to mass of the steam flowing over the blade in the kilogram per second. Finally we find out the power output developed per pair MU VW1 plus VW2 into kilowatt. We have to, from that power is denoted for almost, that is kilowatt, that's why we put 1000. That the efficiency of the reaction turbine is work done per kg of steam in the stage per pair divided by enthalpy drop in the stage per pair. Already I told from the reaction turbine the enthalpy is not constant, decreases always in the moving blade. The efficiency is equal to from work done is U into VW1 plus VW2 divided by 1000 into enthalpy drop. H is the enthalpy drop in the stage per stage in the kilojoules per kilogram. The degree of reaction, already I mentioned about the degree of reaction, that is the enthalpy drop in the moving blade divided by enthalpy drop in the stage. From that DH1 is denoted for the enthalpy drop in the fixed blade per kg of steam, and DH2 is the enthalpy drop in the moving blade per kg of steam. Finally we get the degree of reaction is VR2 minus VR1 square by 2U VW1 plus VW2. From the Poisson turbine, the degree of reaction is R is equal to 0.5. The alpha 1 is equal to beta 2 and alpha 2 is equal to beta 1. Already we have to explain from that previous slide. From the degree of reaction R equal to 0 means that is a pure impulse turbine. If the degree of reaction R equal to 1 means the 100% Euro turbine or pure reaction turbine. From that work done and efficiency of the reaction turbine, the condition for the maximum efficiency is calculated for the following assumption. From that problem point of view, you know about the fixed blade, what is the kinetic energy. From that moving blade, what is the kinetic energy. Finally we find out the work done is equal to U into 2V1 cos alpha 1 minus U. turbine, the diagram efficiency is equal to work done per kg of steam divided by total energy supplied per kg of steam. And where the term is, finally we get the diagram efficiency is 2 cos square alpha 1 divided by 1 plus cos square alpha 1. Thank you.